Hello, everyone. Welcome to Finance News Weekly. I'm your host, bringing you the most crucial market developments as we head into the final days of 2025.
What an incredible week it's been! The S&P 500 is knocking on the door of 7,000. Precious metals are smashing records. And we're covering 24 major stories today, from Fed policy to tech titans, global markets to crypto. We've got it all.
Let's dive into our top story. The S&P 500 reached a new intraday high at 6,945.77 on Friday, closing at 6,929.94. That's less than 1% away from the historic 7,000 milestone.
And get this, the S&P 500 is up more than 15% for the full year 2025, defying all the concerns about tariffs and AI bubble fears. This marks the index's fourth weekly advance in 5 weeks. The Santa Claus rally is in full effect.
Now, let's talk Federal Reserve. The FOMC cut rates by 25 basis points to a target range of 3.5% to 3.75% on December 10th. This is the third consecutive rate cut, signaling the Fed's commitment to supporting economic growth.
But here's the twist. The vote was 9-3, featuring both Hawkish and Dovish dissents. 3-member dissents haven't happened since September 2019. This shows there's real uncertainty about where rates go from here.
Moving to tech news, Nvidia just made its biggest deal ever. The company agreed to acquire assets from chip startup Groq for $20 billion in cash. This is Nvidia's largest purchase by a huge margin.
This deal strengthens Nvidia's position at the center of AI data center buildouts, and the market loves it. Nvidia stock closed at $190.53, up 37% for the full year 2025. The AI infrastructure race is heating up.
Now let's talk about the incredible rally in precious metals. Gold rose 1.3% to a fresh record of $4,561 per ounce on December 26th. That's up nearly 70% for the full year.
And silver is absolutely crushing it. Silver jumped 9.6% to top $78 per ounce for the first time ever. That's a 169% gain for the year. Platinum is up 172%, and palladium has soared 124%. Precious metals are on fire.
Switching to Asia, the Bank of Japan raised its key interest rate by 25 basis points to 0.75% on December 19th. This is the highest level since September 1995, a 30-year high.
The BOJ cited solid wage growth and reduced tariff risks as reasons for the hike. But here's the problem. The yen is still weakening, heading toward 160 per dollar despite the rate increase. The currency market isn't buying it yet.
Back to the US. Apple just hit a massive milestone. The company's market cap topped $4 trillion, becoming only the second company ever to reach this level, joining Nvidia.
And the numbers are incredible. Fiscal year 2025 revenue reached $416.16 billion, up 6.4%. Net income surged 19.5% to $112.01 billion. Plus, Apple's China iPhone shipments jumped 128% in November. The AI iPhone cycle is real.
Let's shift to energy markets. Oil prices have fallen sharply in 2025. West Texas Intermediate is trading near $57 a barrel, while Brent is below $61. That's down nearly $20 per barrel since January, an 18% decline for the year.
The outlook isn't looking good either. Global oil inventories are expected to keep rising through 2026. The EIA forecasts Brent crude will fall to an average of $55 per barrel in Q1 2026. Oversupply is the name of the game.
Now to China. Economic growth is slowing down. The World Bank estimates China's GDP growth at 4.9% for 2025, with projections of just 4.4% for 2026. Both figures are below the government's 5% target.
The consumption picture is even worse. Retail sales rose only 1.3% year over year in November, the slowest pace since December 2022. Industrial profits fell for a second straight month. Deflation pressures are weighing heavily on corporate earnings. Great news for U.S. banking. The six largest U.S. banks gained $600 billion in market value in 2025. Their combined market cap reached $2.37 trillion, up from $1.77 trillion at the start of the year.
Citigroup is the star performer, up over 70% for the year. Goldman Sachs surged more than 60%, and Bank of America finally hit a new record, surpassing its pre-2008 crisis peak. Deregulation hopes and strong investment banking are driving this rally.
Time for our Market Flash segment. Tesla stock is approaching $500, up 29% this year on robotaxi testing news. Bitcoin is trading in the $80,000 to $90,000 range, but down 9% in December. And consumer confidence fell for the fifth straight month to 89.1, despite GDP growing at 4.3%.
Tech highlights coming your way. Microsoft posted record CapEx of $35 billion, with Azure up 40%. Amazon AWS re-accelerated to 20% growth and is planning $125 billion in investments. The semiconductor sector surged 42% this year, with AI server spending expected to jump 45% in 2026.
Let's wrap up. 2025 is ending on a strong note, with the S&P 500 approaching 7,000, precious metals at records, and tech giants investing massively in AI. Key things to watch in early 2026: Fed policy direction, China stimulus measures, and Q4 earnings season.
That's all for this week's Finance News Weekly. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more market insights.